Alright, so we have gone through 2 of the 3 consoles so far, and we are finally up to part 3. This is the final 360 of our 360 lot here, and this one just happened to be on the bottom. I went from top to bottom, and honestly, saved the best one for last, because this one in here is an Xbox 360 Elite. And you will see that it does have a mismatch hard drive once I get the box open here. So it isn't the 120 gig that originally came with Xbox 360 Elites, but however, it is still good that it did come with a hard drive. And you will see once we get it turned on that profiles are showing up and not just as those gray like blob things. So it makes me believe that it had a hard drive replaced, but the new profiles were made on this hard drive. Now, these like star stickers on the front, I don't know if they're to this console or if they are a custom faceplate. Like I'm saying, I don't know if it's stickers or an actual faceplate is what I'm trying to say. Now you can see that it did have the rating label for power, but it was missing the service date label, which is very interesting. I haven't really seen that before, but I will say that I think I used the 175 watt power brick and it was okay. So I'm not 100% sure if it's Falcon or Jasper. I'm still trying to learn motherboard types and whatnot. And you can see the seal on this one is completely gone. So we're definitely in for a treat on this one. Of course, it doesn't have any kind of fan mod or anything like that. But once we get them open, we'll actually get to see, where they bolt modded and stuff like that. So you can see that I do have everything hooked up here now. Thankfully, it does have HDMI. And we're going to go ahead and turn it on here. And of course, the dongle is a third-party controller dongle, just so everybody knows what the heck is plugged into the front of all these 360 consoles. So going back to the TV here, you will see that here in a minute, it will pop up the Xbox 360 logo. And surprise, surprise, they're all on Metro. But you can see 2 profiles are on this console, which both are Xbox Live profiles. And both have pretty good gamer scores, close to 9,000 on the one and about 4,500 on the other. So definitely a good gamer score overall. And you can see my great camera skills here, as I think I was checking out something on the 360 or something with the profiles. Didn't want to, show any sensitive information. But yeah, we only have the 2 profiles here. And like I said, it is a white hard drive on a black console, but it does seem like that they were made when the, replacement hard drive was put on this console, and the hard drive just does seem to be legitimate. But again, I don't really know 360 stuff a whole lot. So it had the message here, Head Planet Earth, which was on a console from an earlier one. I can't remember if it was the first one or the second one, with, I guess, similar play history, or at least like similar time. So I don't know if this person who had these consoles maybe had both. The person I bought them from, I don't think they came from the seller that I bought them from on Mercari. I think he just, sourced them from wherever. But you can see first thing he played was in 2012, which is, again, a similar play date to the original one. Or the first one that had, the same message and, like, similar time play era. But you can see there is a lot of games on this console. Quite a few demos, but also quite a few games. You got some Farming Simulator, Halo Reach, SSX, which I know is a pretty well-received game. I haven't personally played it. And then you got like The Sims 3, which does require a disc. And these half controllers, I learned, are demos. But the ones that have I guess if they don't have anything next to them, or if they have the play symbol, they're able to be played. I don't know. My first Xbox was an Xbox One. Okay, so I'm not much of a 360 person. But you can see, as I figured, the Sims 3 did need a disc to play it. But you will see here in a minute, I'm going to try load up one of these games. Farming Simulator didn't work, so I guess if the controller icon is on there with no like triangle or disc, you are able to play it. But you can see that I'm booting into whatever game that I chose here. I didn't even see it, to be honest. I think it was that Arkham game or whatever. But it does load up the game, which is good. So there is a few games on here at least that you can play, because as you will see in a minute, I did try using the disk drive, but it is also stuck, and it sounds like either a really stretched band, or it could be, the band's gone completely, or something even worse. So, not a whole lot of games on here, only 14, and only like maybe half of them are playable, it seems, but still, overall pretty good when it comes to a 360, because usually you don't find anything on them. So here's a couple different video apps they have on there. I just accidentally pressed into that menu, and that's why I was checking that out. But we'll go over here to settings and see, make sure that we do have a 60 gig hard drive, which we do, but there's only 12 gigs free. But besides that, there's really nothing else on here except a few themes, some avatar items, and a few gamer pictures. But that's really about it. So you'll see I'll go through each one of the individual ones here. Now, I don't know, like I said, a whole lot about the 360 or what, these are, because like I said, I grew up with the Xbox One. That was the first Xbox console I had. Of course, I was mostly a PlayStation person all my life. But there is all this stuff that is on the hard drive. So we'll go back here to the main menu, and you will see here in a minute where I do try to put in the disc, but it will not work. And I do believe that it is a Jasper because it has built-in memory. And I don't think any consoles predating 2008 for the 360 had built-in memory. I'm not totally sure on that, but I think on the very later end of the 360 life, before they switched to like the Slim revision and the E, I think is when they finally started including onboard storage. So go ahead and get the console laid over, and I will show you the problems with the disk drive. And it does act like it wants to open. Now, I know that I'm doing a voiceover and you can't hear it, but it definitely seemed like it was going to spit out the disk drive, just like the other one that wouldn't open. So, like I said, in a future video, we will go through and we will try to replace the bands on them and hopefully get the disk drives working. There could be, something in there. I don't know. I really doubt it because it's not showing anything on the screen being in the disk drive. But you never know because they couldn't be opened. So it's really up in the air at this point. But here is the other profile, which to me it looks like boyfriend, girlfriend, maybe husband, wife had this console with the two profiles on here. And they have very similar play history, which is, understandable. But yeah, pretty similar play history on this one with a lot of 2014 stuff on here. And about the same games, right around 50 or so games played. But they first played Midnight Club LA, which is interesting because the other profile had Guitar Hero, and the one on the other console with the same message also had Guitar Hero. But that's the video, so thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. And, like I said, in the future video, we will be tearing down all these consoles to see what is wrong with them and also give them a good cleaning, so stay tuned for that.